Hi everybody, this is our MATLAB project here for audio sampling. So in this video, I would like to introduce how our editing and play function in our app works. So at the beginning, we get an input from anywhere from recording or from tone generator or from loading from the computer file. So we basically when we load it, it sets the what we load like the data from the input into the player number one when we click the load number one button under the button number one. So it's like when we click the load number one here, it is below button number one. We load it into uh, player number one for this set. And this player number one is actually a structure which contains the array and frequency of the music, which is the main component for MATLAB to play a music. And cause structure is a really good feature that can allow the array and frequency of the same player to travel at the same time, like communicate and edit at the same time, rather than like separately, so that you can make sure that you are uh, editing player number one, the array and the frequency of player number one at the same time. And secondly, when we clicked button number one on top of row number one, we set the player number one to be the main player, which is also the structure. So when we click the button number one, we also put it to be into the graph and everything ready for editing. So when we click player number one, it will also display the graph here and everything is ready for it. And when we so we only convert the structure into audio player class object when we play the music, as this object is really powerful when we like to play the music in different way, like we want to pause it or resume it or stop or play it. It's really good. But if you want to edit the information inside the object, this is really difficult and you cannot even access the array inside it, so you cannot really edit the audio object. So what we do is we use the structure to be the main communication way throughout the whole application, so that we can edit it or like display it, get the information from it, or change the information inside the structure for addition as the structure in the main layer instead of as the object. Because structure is much more accessible. Also, I would like to introduce one more features inside this application. It is this graph over here. So for example, when I play it here, it will move along the thing. It will move as the amplitude change. Um, for this one, we can actually use the audio player object to help us in this situation. So let me get the play button here. So as the play object actually includes the current sample properties, basically means when you play it, you can record the array that you are accessing to play your object, to play your music. So we can actually use a loop to get the current sample, which is meaning the array that the row of the array that we are accessing in the main player, and we can get the data from it like from time to time using a pause. And through this loop again and again, we can actually make a graph depending on the row that we are actually playing at that moment. So we can get the amplitude from the array and display it over here using a loop. And we also make a mechanism for it to stop after after the play uh, after the play function almost to work through to the end to stop the loop, to prevent the loop like continue after the song finish playing. We just only allow the loop to work when it is um, like we break the loop when it is close to the end of the size of the array. So like the current sample, if it comes close to the end, we just break the loop and delete the graph to let it stop. Alright, I think that's it. The most important features and how mainly our application work here. So thank you for watching. We actually have a hard time in finding the way to edit the video, like edit the audio for the whole application. As I have said, the audio object doesn't really work. But at the beginning, we thought that we can only transfer it for audio object, and we have didn't think about using structure, and we have a problem over there because we cannot access the information inside the object at all. And also, we have a hard time using the save as file function. So for now, we are using like click this button, and it will pop up a window and allow you to save it in the name of it using different name. But actually, we don't know how to make a new window. It is very difficult at the beginning, and we have to like look through all the documents and see how to make it. And we found out that we actually have to make another app with and getting the input from this app to this app and putting this saving app back to this app to uh, done this thing. We actually have a hard time in finding the way to edit the video, like edit the audio for the whole application. As I have said, the audio object doesn't really work. But at the beginning, we thought that we can only transfer it for audio object, and we have didn't think about using structure, and we have a problem over there because we cannot access the information inside the object at all. And also, we have a hard time using the save as file function. So for now, we are using like click this button, and it will pop up a window and allow you to save it in the name of it using different name. But actually, we don't know how to make a new window. It is very difficult at the beginning, and we have to like look through all the documents and see how to make it. And we found out that we actually have to make another app with and getting the input from this app to this app and putting this saving app back to this app to uh, done this thing.